Every time you avoid the hard thing, you are not waiting. You are rehearsing. You are teaching yourself, one skip call at a time, to become a man who backs down. This is Iron Strengthens Iron, and today we take apart the most respectable lie a man tells himself. Not the right time. I sat with a man last week who spent 45 minutes explaining to me why he had not yet had one specific conversation with his wife. 45 minutes. And the thing is, we all do this. We treat avoidance like a neutral waiting room, like we are just holding our breath until we are ready. But it is not neutral. Avoidance is rehearsal. Every single time you walk up to the edge of the hard call, the hard workout, the apology, the decision you have been sitting on, and you step around it, you are training your nervous system. You are teaching yourself that your fear gets the final vote. You are practicing being a man who backs down. It is muscle memory, just built in the wrong direction. We have this romantic idea of courage. We think it is a lightning bolt that strikes right before the big heroic moment. But Seneca did not write about lightning bolts. He wrote about the daily, grinding reality of choosing what to do with your fear. Courage is not the absence of that tight feeling in your chest. It is movement in spite of it. The fear you feed by waiting grows. It gets massive in your head. But the fear you walk toward almost always shrinks the moment you are close enough to touch it. So let me ask you what I ask every man. What is the one thing on your desk right now or in your head that you have been postponing for weeks because you keep telling yourself it is not the right time? That line, not the right time, is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. It is just a respectable word for cowardice. Now let me draw a line. I am not talking about being reckless. Recklessness is charging in blind, screaming, trying to outrun your own anxiety with noise. That is not strength. Trained courage, the kind we mean when we talk about vitality in the A.L.I.V.E code, takes the next right step with its eyes wide open. It sees the risk, it feels the heat, and it steps anyway. Not because it wants to, but because it respects itself too much to turn back. So how do you actually build this? Not by waiting for a heroic mood. You build it with small, boring, daily reps. It is exactly like getting stronger in the gym. You do not walk in and bench 400 pounds on day one. You do the reps you can handle, and you do them consistently. So here is the dead simple mandate for today. Before noon, do one thing you are currently avoiding, and keep it small. Do not try to fix your whole life by lunch. Send the text. Make the appointment. Open the blank document and write one paragraph. Have the 5-minute conversation. Do 10 minutes of the task you have been dreading. That is it. There are two kinds of men. There is the man who is always waiting to feel ready, who thinks his formation depends on his mood. Dopamine loves that man. He spends his life fantasizing about the perfect version of himself while doing nothing. And there is the man who just returns to the work. No story, no self-pity. He does the 3 minutes because he knows 0 breaks the practice, and 3 minutes maintains it. That is where endurance comes from. That is where freedom is. The real cost of the hard task is almost always lower than the massive, exhausting story you built around it. And on the far side of that one small, brave rep, you get to breathe again. You become a slightly quieter, steadier man. And listen, if the weight you are carrying right now is heavier than an avoided phone call, if you are in a dark place and feeling completely overwhelmed, do not carry that alone. Reach out. In the US, call or text 988. There is 0 shame in getting backup while the line is still holding. But whatever it is, do the next right thing today. One small rep, no drama, just start. And ask yourself this as you do it. What fear have I been feeding by waiting? And how much smaller would it get if I simply walked toward it? This is Iron Strengthens Iron. And as iron strengthens iron, one man strengthens another. I will see you at the next rep.